whoever's here. Looks like we got 2 of you so far. Let me turn to live chat so I'll be able to see everyone. Welcome. I guess we have non-talkers. Maybe we'll get some chatters in just a second. Hello, hello, welcome. Hi, Claudia. Yay, somebody who's talking in chat. Hello, Maria. Hello, Rosalina. I'm trying to check my height, make sure I'm good. Hold on. All right, it looks like it's good. Let's see who's, let me move this closer. Maybe that'll be easier. There we go. Let me go back. Oh, we got some new people. Oh, how wonderful. Hey, Kim, Maria, Claudia, Mary Lou. Hello, Kai. Is it Kylo? Oh, I love that. Hello, Jara. Yara? Jara? How do I pronounce it? Let me know. Hello, Naomi. Hello, Jessie. Hello, Dee. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Jennifer. How is everyone? Welcome, welcome. Different format tonight, obviously. Hello, it's Jessica number 2. We have 2 of you in here tonight. Hello, Keisha. Hello, Connie. I said it right the first time, Jara. Okay, good, good. Thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate it. Hello, Tara. Hello, Fusion. Your TV died 20 minutes ago. Well, that brought you here. That's good. Hello, Tess. You bought AT Man's new vision of astrology tonight. Okay, cool. Hello, Medea. Hello, Jen. How is everyone? I love seeing how active y'all are in chat saying hi to everyone. Tank is not here tonight. He is, I have to let him know that he needs to take care of those videos. Hold on. My videos are very late today. It's been a bad day. All right. Hello, Sammy. Hold on, let me send him a note. All right, he'll probably pop in a little bit. I think I greeted everyone. Did I miss anybody? Hi, Angie. Thank you so very much. Yeah, my Google does that all the time. I'll say cool like twice. My thing is cool, and boom, it pops up. Hello, Intuitive Light. Welcome. Hello, Lou. So I thought we'd talk about past lives tonight. I don't have it in me to do any readings or to do a meditation tonight. I'm a little bit out of sorts. Hello, Angel Wings. I'm kind of dealing with a pit in my stomach I can't quite get rid of. That's an intuitive kind of like ping that something bad is going to happen. And so I'm just not in the mindset to be doing meditation. So sorry about that, y'all. I thought this might be a little bit more fun anyway. Hello, Christy. So I thought we'd talk about past lives. Past lives. Oh, you have the same thing, Claudia? There's Tank. There's my son. Hey, everybody. Tank's logged in. Yours is too, Christy? Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, that makes me feel better. It really, hey, Dee, that really does. Yes, mine did too. Mine did too, Claudia, almost exactly at 6. Well, maybe you guys are picking up on me. Maybe I'm teleblasting again. Maybe I'm telepathically blasting out to y'all, going, help! Going, boom, boom, hey, anybody there? So Claudia, maybe you and Christy are picking up on me. Y'all know I have trouble teleblasting out sometimes. Telepathy blasting out. So those of you that are brand new, normally on Sunday nights we do meditation. So I thought we'd do something different tonight. Hi, Panini. Hello, my dear. And, you know, I thought past lives, what a cool topic to be talking about, you know. Tank, thank you so very much for popping in. Tank, all of that stuff is uploaded for you. They're not labeled though, but I think you can figure them out. And so, how many of you that are out there that are, you know, in the chat feel like you've had a past life? No, they're not. They're labeled in the folders, son. They're labeled in the folders. Have any of you ever done a past life regression? Oh, I love it. Me. Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Clearly, I believe in past lives. Clearly, I believe in past lives. Especially after I read your chart. Oh, I love it. So a past life regression is when, so let me go back to my day, right? So back in, when I was 19, we won't say the year. We're just gonna say back when I was 19, we had this really cool crystal shop, you know, and they had cassette tapes and CDs, cassette tapes and CDs of a past life regression. So like they had a lot of meditations and stuff like that in the, you know. Well, it wasn't 8 tracks fusion. I'm not that old. So we had a lot of hello, Amber. We had a lot of meditations that came out like on CD and whatnot. And so back when I was 19, I did a past life regression. And so that was very, very fascinating. And a past life regression is where somebody walks you, it's like going through a meditation, right? They walk you through your mind space. It's hypnosis, walking back into your mind, getting to the point of one of your past lives so that you can see where you were, or you can find out what your name was, or you can learn something about it. It's very much like standard meditation now, only you're going really, really deep into the recesses of your soul memory, right? Hello, Gina. And so in a past life regression, there's no telling what you will see, but you will be able to, oh, Lioness, thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Thank you. I love that sticker too. Thank you, dear, for the blessing. I truly appreciate it. That was very sweet. So in a past life regression, and Lioness is from the Southern Hemisphere, so welcome her to our stream. Thank you very much, dear. I appreciate it. So if we look at a past life regression, some people see it as kind of like going into the soul memory, right? Others see it as actually transcending time, right? Making a shift in time. And so when people who have that kind of belief system also very easily believe in things such as, quantum time theories and things of that nature. Doctor Who, yeah. Quantum time theory, quantum entanglement, it's all quantum physics, how time exists on multiple planes at the same time, right? And so a lot of people believe that that's how spirit apparitions appear, and how, things from ghosts and things of that nature appear. It's because it's a time shift, right? So when you do a past life regression, you're going back to one of those past lives. Now, some people believe that there's different aspects in your birth chart that point back to who you were in a past life. And I do believe in that. Bobby's been really busy with his new job, so we haven't seen him too much, Keisha. He probably pops in and out, but he'll probably be back in. He hasn't left the channel. He's still with us. He took on a new job in December. So I'm guessing he's probably still busy with all of that. Or was it November? I don't remember. It was recent. And so when we're looking at past lives, the primary focus from a past life for many of us is, ooh, that's exciting. What was I when I lived back then? And when was that time frame? Oh, also, by the way, there's 4 of you that are still waiting on your past life, the report of one of your past lives, and I'll be working on those tomorrow, absolutely 100% assured. So just letting you know that. But it's fun. It's fun to learn about what time frame you lived, who you were, things of that nature. But the thing that makes the biggest difference when we know about our past lives, right? When we know about our past lives, yeah, Gina, you and Deb, and there's 2 others as well. When we know what happened in our past lives, we can affect our current life in a positive way, if we choose to. And that's where we get the most benefit from learning about reincarnation and learning about our past lives. Because when we find those things in our past lives with the people that are in our current life, then we can see where we might need to make adjustments in our personal relationships with people in our lives today. Does that make sense? Am I losing you? Am I losing all of y'all? So, yeah, it got really quiet. Chat got super quiet. It was like all of a sudden chat goes, wait a minute, what was Kimmy saying? What was Kimmy talking about? We were all chatting. We weren't paying attention. So with past lives, there was back in my day, there was a man who was kind of known for everything spiritual, right? He was the one that you went to learn about different spiritual topics. And back when I was 19, I was always looking for his books, and that's Edgar Cayce. So I was always looking for these books on Edgar Cayce. Well, Edgar Cayce worked with thousands of people. He had thousands of case studies on people that he worked with to help them determine what their past life karma was. What kind of good things came out of a past life, what difficult things came out of a past life, in order to help them to learn how to deal with people in their life and to learn how to overcome difficulties and struggles. So in a sense, Edgar Cayce was a little bit of a therapist, right? But he did so by going into the Akashic records and gathering data on his clients and helping his clients with these different aspects of their past life, karma and things of that nature. And so when we know what occurred, we can affect the present. And oftentimes when you see something that occurred in the past, you look at the people in your present life in a different way. You look at the situations you're dealing with in your current life in a different way. And seeing how it all ties in together is just really magnificent. I'll give you some examples, and then we'll talk about like how to get past past life karma, right? So some examples would be, say you have like a really strong affinity for, what would be a good example? For painting, right? Say you have a really strong affinity for painting. You don't really know why. Nobody in your family ever liked to paint. But boy, you pick up that paintbrush and you are like the most magnificent artist ever, right? Like it just comes so naturally to you. It's so easy for you to paint these paintings. And then you may go back into your past life regressions and discover that you are actually a painter at one point in time. And so you can see how some of those interests kind of carry over into this lifetime, right? And maybe you do a lot of painting, but it's not something that your sign might typically pick up, right? Like it might not be something that your sign would do, but yet you do it anyway, right? So that would be one example of like past life carrying over. A lot of times people in the current life find themselves drawn to a period of history, like Christy was just saying. And Christy, that's probably where I know you and Jason. I was probably there with you and Jason. That makes sense. So a lot of times we get drawn to a specific period of history or a specific location in time, right? A specific place. And we want to be there. We want to experience it. We feel as if we've experienced it when we go to those places, right? And when we go to those places, we feel that sense of recognition because we had a past life there. We also have that same sense of recognition when we meet people. Edgar Cayce's theories was that when you leave one lifetime, that where you left one lifetime, when you meet that person in the current lifetime, you're picking up from where you left off. And that's a very important aspect that we need to think about when we think about our past lives. When we meet people in the present, we're picking up from where we left off in the past. So for those of you that are soulmates or twin flames, right? Soulmates and twin flames, you'll have that instant soul recognition when you meet the person, right? If you suddenly have an instant chemistry that you can't really explain, it's off the charts and you just met this person and you're like, oh my goodness, like where is this coming from? You were probably lovers in a past life. You know, you could have been lovers, you could have been married, anything like that, right? If you meet somebody and you have an instant dislike for them, they may have been an adversary in a previous lifetime. So we see that sometimes as well. Our family members, those that seem to get along with us really great, we likely had a very good past life with. Those that cause problems, headache, and heartache, we probably had a difficulty with. Like, let's say you have a friend that's always jealous of your work accomplishments, right? They can't stand to see you succeed, and it bothers them that you are succeeding. It could be that they were succeeding in the past life and you were not, and now suddenly it's switched and they're feeling out of place. Or it could be that you stole from them in the past and now they don't like to see you in that place of achievement. So sometimes we see that sort of thing as well. Or if there's somebody that's jealous over, you know, how you're being treated by others, they could be jealous because the person who's treating you well may have actually been, you know, a friend or a romantic partner or something like that in the past that was kind of taken away from this person. So do you see where I'm going in terms of there being something from the past that we can't see in the present that has affected the actions of the person in the present? And in those spaces of time, when you can look at people from the eyes of who they may have been in the past or who they were in the past, it's easier to find compassion in a way to work with them in the present. My brain just died. So let me let you guys catch up to me. Y'all chat for a minute while my brain's catching back up to my thoughts. Like, I feel like my brain literally just shut down. So it's time for, does anybody have any questions before I pick up and keep moving forward? Yes, we know the same people in the past and the present. Yep. And oftentimes, especially with soulmates and twin flames, right? With soulmates and twin flames, you tend to be drawn to each other like a moth to a flame. And so soulmates can be positive or negative. They can be friends, family, lovers. Twin flames can be lovers or friends or family. Oh, thank you, Lena. Yeah, my friend Amber gave this to me a long time ago. Thank you, thank you. It's my favorite. Oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate that, Isabella. How sweet. So the interesting part is when you meet somebody and you have that instant recognition, when you're very spiritually inclined, you can pick up on that recognition that's a little bit otherworldly, right? It's almost like you can pick up on their past energy as well as their present energy. Is there any way to tell past life connection or karmic connection based on birth chart? Yes, there is. Absolutely. I have analyzed the heck out of some birth charts for that. Absolutely. And we'll move into that next because my brain can jump into that. We'll move into that right after everybody asks their questions. It's a very good question, my dear. Who was that asked me that? Susie. Hi, Susie. There absolutely is. So a lot of stuff you'll read online always points you just to the North Node. Okay, that's great, wonderful, fabulous, but it only gives you one piece of data. It's not enough to go off of. Let's see. I think you don't get downloads like you used to. That's okay. There might just be a blockage, dear. And well, the basic 101 on how to do that is a little bit more than just basic. So from the astrological perspective, you will see a lot of stuff that points you to the North Node. And yeah, that's, that can be an indication of some aspect of past life activity. I'm more inclined to believe A.T. Mann's reincarnation theory and his theories on the birth chart, because they seem to be, from the ones that I used as test subjects, seem to be very accurate in my opinion. Because I was seeing a lot of, when I was utilizing his theories, I was seeing a lot of the same sort of behavior traits in the past lives of the people that I knew in the present. Does that make any sense? So when I was analyzing their charts, I was seeing very strong data that made 100% sense to me. And what I was doing is I was taking each lifetime that was shown, and I'd go back to that lifetime and I'd gather their data, try to determine their approximate locations that they could have lived during that time frame, the exact dates that were significant in the chart. That's either a birth date, a death date, a marriage date. It could be a contract date. If you were a nobility, it could be, a coronation or something of that nature. Always something that's of significance, right? And so you take that date, you take that approximate location in history, and you also dig down deep into that birth chart for that location, that person, that time frame, and you learn a lot about the chart. You can learn a lot about the things that were a struggle, the things that were positive, and it's really powerful. Now, Amber, on a small level, on a small level, another thing that you can do to learn about past life data and determine whether or not you're a soulmate that's going in the right direction, a karmic partner that you have a lot of lessons to learn from, or a twin flame and where you're at in that twin flame journey, is to analyze the draconic chart of both you and your person of interest. And if you analyze the draconic chart of you and your person of interest, you analyze your chart against their draconic, their birth chart against your draconic, and the two draconic charts. In that, you can find where there has been blessings from a previous lifetime with this person. You can also see where there's struggles, and it's those struggles that are shown in the draconic chart that is karmic debt that has to be paid. And if you're able to pay that karmic debt, you'll have a much smoother relationship with that person in the present. And so analyzing the draconic charts, you have to be a little bit careful of not picking up. They always set it to, they always set the rising sign to 0 degrees Aries. So the rising sign will not be something that you would look at in the draconic chart. I know, draconic sounds so awesome, doesn't it, Claudia? I mean, I love dragons. I'm thinking Game of Thrones when I hear draconic. You know, it just seems like it's like, oh, it's so amazing. So it's really cool. When I saw draconic, I'm like, oh, I got to figure out what this is. I want to know what draconic charts are. And that's how I stumbled upon all of this wonderful goodness that has been amazing in my life. So with the up at Astro, let me see. I want to make sure I'm giving you the right astrology, site, because I forget them. Okay, it's Astroseek. And when you go into Astroseek, you're going to, let me show you what it looks like first of all. Can you guys see what it looks like? See? In Astroseek, what you do is you do a synastry chart between you and your person, whomever this is, your person of interest, and then you select the draconic chart. Now this involves a whole lot. Here, hold on. I'll put this new person's data in there. Hold on. I'll show you what it'll look like when you pull up a draconic chart, okay? It's a draconic synastry chart. All right. All right, so it looks like this. See draconic synastry chart? So when you go there, you enter your birth data and you enter your person's. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop that in there. I don't know what this person's is going to show because I have not done a comparison. So like we might get a conglomeration of stuff. I don't know. We shall see. Gosh, I hope he's not logged in here. Chart comparisons. That would be a little bit scary to somebody, wouldn't it? All right. Oh, I think he probably is. Okay. I know it's a little scary doing somebody doing your chart. We'll try not to point out anything about this person's chart in here, but I'm just using it as an example. Okay. Calculate draconic chart. Okay. I just threw a time in there for this person. So you end up with a chart, right? And it shows you the aspect lines and all of that. And then up at the top here, see the little tabbies? All the little tabbies there. So one says birth B and oh gosh, the lighting. Birth B and draconic A, or birth B, birth A, draconic B, birth A, etc., right? So like this would be my draconic chart versus his birth chart, right? So an entirely different aspect wheel. And then that would be the opposing. What you're going to be looking at, is Amber still here? Because I'm like doing all this for y'all. The last two are about draconians. Oh, well, that's the last two that you probably watched were about draconian star seeds, more than likely, Zoe. Okay, so Amber, you're gonna pull up the aspect chart, right? The aspect list. And you'll see like it breaks it down by each person against their birth chart and then the charts together, right? So when you're looking at this, some things that you'll want to ignore because of the way they set this is you're going to ignore the nodes. So anything that's related to the nodes in here, you're going to ignore them because they're always set to Aries at 0 degrees. Also, because of that, you just have to be a little bit careful. Ignore the ascendant. You want to ignore the ascendant. The ascendant, the descendant, the MC, the IC, you want to ignore those. But you're going to be looking at other things such as, let's see. Let me find a good one. I don't want to pick up a bad one. Just in case the poor guy's watching. I don't want to like scare the daylights out of him in here. Okay, so see how it says moon sextile Neptune? Right? That's very likely a blessing from a past life. Moon sextile Neptune, because sextiles are positive. Moon trine Pluto, also a blessing from a past life. Mars sextile Jupiter, also a blessing from a past life. Wow, this is really good, actually. This is actually looking really positive. Okay, draconic to draconic. See, same thing here, right? You'll notice there's sextiles, oppositions, squares, things of that nature. So what you do is you look up the square and you look up the oppositions, you look up the conjunctions. You'll have to do some research if you don't know them really well, right? And you look up all that stuff and you can find the blessings that you have with that person as a result of the past life. And you also see the things that need to be worked on. And when you look at their draconic chart versus your birth chart, right? That's their karmic debt to you. So the blessings they will receive from it, the karmic debt that needs to be paid to you. When it's your draconic to their birth chart, it's the same way. It's your karmic debt to that person. Draconic to draconic, it's the karmic debt of the two people. Does that make sense? It's a lot of data, looking into a lot of stuff, but I know that Christy's probably going to be right on that. And so is Amber. You're always watching from afar and through the ether of astral projections. Hello, Neo. Welcome, welcome. What does it say that your twins and your charts are almost identical? Hello, John. Welcome, welcome. So did you just do the draconic, Mary Lou? Because they won't be exactly identical. You may have really close aspects, but they won't be perfectly identical. So you will still find those sorts of things. Do I offer this service? No, but it is a plan of mine to do so at some point in time in the very near future. I just have to determine to what degree I'm going to be offering it, because it's a very long process. A lot goes into them. Does that make sense? A lot goes into them. Hey, Neo, where are you from? Where are you from? Yes, it's a lot of work. And so as a result of that, right now I don't have the time to put into it. But once I get my schedule settled, I should be able to do that. I have had like a full entire past life report. Took me 8 to 14 hours. And so from a cost perspective, it's not effective for either me or you because it takes so long to do them. But to do one past life, I'll know tomorrow how long those take me. because 4 of you will be getting reports from me tomorrow. So you need to get a past life regression. Yes. I love going back into the past lives. You can go to the Akashic records and get information about your past lives as well. So those of you that have done Akashic records run with me via the group Reiki, which we're doing another group Reiki on the 20th. I'm only accepting 10 people in there via Zoom. So if that's of interest to you, visit that events link that Keisha was posting. If Keisha will post it again, that'd be great. You had an energy healing by a shaman and had a past life vision. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yes, you can get past life information while visiting lower world and upper world as well. So that is possible as well. I'm a shamanic practitioner as well. And you can get that information by going to both of those. But the Akashic records is the location where the account of every single thing that you've ever done, your soul has ever done, ever experienced, is in the Akashic records. And that's for everybody. And so anytime you're in need of extra guidance or extra focus on how to deal with a particular situation, it's best to go to the Akashic records to get something from there. Yes, exactly. Do I see that a lot, Tara? Sometimes I do. It really depends. Sometimes people get stuck in, hello, Big Smoke. No, not usually. Sometimes like if you're seeing visions of that happening to you in a different form, it could be, but either way, I'd make sure to check your medications, make sure that anything that you're taking medicine-wise isn't maybe causing that. Definitely talk to somebody about it. But sometimes children remember deaths from past lives. So if that's what you're saying, if you're kind of getting a vision of something like that having happened, it could be from a past life. But I would definitely be very cautious of any kind of medications you're taking, because sometimes they can kind of put that sort of thing in your mind space. There's several out on the market that can do that. So make sure you check into that, okay? And a big hug from everybody here in the chat room. Big Smoke. Where were we? Another brain dump. Give my brain a moment to catch up with the coffee. Tess, it's one of those days. Flare day. Yeah, there's a real impending doom feeling tonight. It's horrible. It's horrible. Probably Tess. Probably. Gina, you're seeing the Cancer. Oh, cool. I happen to have grown a new affinity for the sign of Cancer here lately. I didn't ask to be born. Then it said the Akashic records determined it was a lie. Do I have a grounding crystal with me? I have a ton of them. Right here. Right here. All of these. Yeah. Sometimes people get stuck. Oh yeah. Thank you. Sometimes people get stuck in it. It's sort of like we were talking about that the other day, right? About spirits who get stuck and not want to leave. We talked about that before. I've seen spirits ever since I was way little, and I don't see them outright now. I turned that off when I was about, I turned that off a while back, and I could still feel them, sense them, hear them, that sort of thing, but I don't see their outlines. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And a lot of times spirits kind of like get stuck in a place. They don't want to leave, right? And so it's that same sort of energy, Tara, like you're stuck in a time zone, you don't want to leave. It's possible, you know, sometimes when people are stuck in that sense, it's possible, you know, maybe there was a loved one that was still living in that time that you left and you didn't want to leave them, or vice versa, like one left you and you didn't want to leave that time frame. And so it could be something of that nature as well. And maybe in this lifetime you're in search of that person, you know, or you're in search of some sort of freedom from whatever it was in your last lifetime. We are going to learn that we are not alone, and it'll be surprising. Yeah, it would be really cool if the aliens came down tonight, wouldn't it? Maybe that's what the impending doom is that we're all feeling. Come to shake up the U.S. Capitol a little, and we're not going to talk about that on the channel. We're not talking about that stuff, but you hear me. It's like Independence Day with, was it Will Smith was in that? Was it? No, it wasn't Will Smith. It was, who was in Independence Day? Who was that? Do y'all remember? Was it Will Smith? Oh my goodness. I used to have a poster. I was like, okay, so now we're getting off topic of past lives, but when I worked at Microsoft, I had these alien posters up in my cube. Everybody thought I was like so weird. I had these posters of aliens and posters of Independence Day movie. I had like figurines and stuff. I'm such a geek. It was Will Smith? Okay, yeah, okay, good. I had that right. Will Smith is the bomb. He's like such an inspiration, I swear. Yeah, I had this gigantic, the other thing I had, and it kept the boys away. Like I was in this unit of 100 people, and only 10 of us were girls, right? And so I put this poster on the outside of my cube of this vampire skeleton, right? This vampire skeleton dude. And it was like a poster from, it was some sort of music, but it was like a skeleton wearing clothes, and it was a vampire. And all the boys were like, oh, I'm not talking to her. It kept them away. It kept them away. So aliens and vampires and skeletons is what I had up in my cube. So we were going to talk, we talked about the, hello crazy horse. Geeks are my peeps. Yay. Awesome. Well, we're not going to talk about the signs that go good together tonight, Tutor. Maybe at the very end, Gina, we will. I kind of want to finish getting out the info about past lives before we start digging into something else. So can somebody remind me, because my mind is mush, as to where we left off with past lives. Some of you with the incredible photographic memories. I just tell the boys that I'm an alien to keep them away. Oh, I love that, Christy. How do you do a regression? Well, there are past life regression therapists out there. I am going to look into that. Not something that would be immediate on the channel, obviously, but I am going to look into that past life regression therapist training stuff. But if you can find somebody that does past life regression therapy, that would be who you would go to. Sometimes they have them in meditation form. I don't know if there are any on YouTube. I have not checked, but it may be something to look into. Just be cautious though. I would go with a past life regression therapist over a meditation, because we can all go places in meditation, right? We can all go someplace in meditation, but getting back into that very core recess of our mind through hypnosis to get to the past lives is different. Does that make sense? And some people are very, very frightened of hypnosis, and rightfully so. So I'd be a little cautious of that. Jen, we'll see you in a little bit. Yes, exactly. Scary, but worth that. Just finished talking about clearing karma. Okay, so I actually was not finished talking about the clearing karma. Thank you, Lou. Thank you so much. So one of the things that Edgar Cayce did when he would go to the Akashic records, right? And I will be soon uploading an Akashic records walkthrough up on the site soon. But one of the things that Edgar Cayce did is he would work with people and find out, what that past life karma is. And as we just saw with the draconic chart, it can show you blessings or it can show you karma, right? So you determine what it is, that's that past life debt that you owe, right? A lot of people, use various forms of mantras and things of that nature to clear past life karma. But really what I've found in my own life is that clearing past life karma is as easy as modifying the way you treat someone by showing them a stronger sense of appreciation, a stronger sense of gratitude, and feeling that sense of compassion in the sense that, somebody's wounded, right? If you can feel their wound and sense their wound, we got a lot of empaths in here. If you can sense their wound and feel that wound, you can help to lift them back up and help to lift them out of that energy to completely clear that debt between you and that person. And it's really quite amazing when you see the change in the people in your lives that you have that sense of that karmic debt with, and it is being repaid, and you see the weight lifts off your shoulders. You start seeing good things coming along as a result of your resolving situations with different people. Now, Amber had a question a while back about how you determine if they're a karmic connection or a twin. And in that draconic chart, Amber, when you're looking at it, you can tell the difference between a karmic and a soulmate and a twin by several different things. So the karmic connections, you'll find lots and lots and lots of squares and oppositions and things of that nature, things that are negative, right? I hope you're taking notes, Amber. I just have a sense that maybe you're getting a pen or you have a pen and you're taking notes. So either you or Claudia, one of the two of you has it. So there's, if you see a lot of squares, a lot of oppositions when you're going through it, Amber, and you notice that those things, it was you, okay. If you notice that those things are it's mostly difficulties, like mostly difficulties on the whole thing, then you've got a karmic situation. And if you're really good with astrology and you look into that and you see that there's a lot of life lessons you need to learn with that person, it might be good to kind of like separate yourself from that person, sort of step aside, right? But if you see a lot of positive markers, like we were kind of seeing in what I was showing you, then that's something that could be related to a soulmate, right? When you see a lot of positive, positive markers, because soulmates that are not life lessons and are more, good connections for you, you see those positive aspects. Trines are good, sextiles are good. Depends on the planet, though. Make sure it's, positive planets, not negative planets. Your difficult planets are Uranus and Pluto. If you see Chiron in the chart, Chiron is also a very internal, kind of difficult one. If you're doing a chart that has Black Moon Lilith in it, which is not planet, but if you see Black Moon Lilith in there, that can also be a little bit difficult. But the moon can kind of go both ways. The moon rules our Cancers. They can kind of go both ways. The moon rules the Pisces card, and Pisces can kind of go both ways. The moon can be positive or negative, kind of depends. Neptune is very positive, very spiritual. Definitely look for Neptune placements. Look for the Neptune aspects. If you see a positive Neptune aspect, it could show you a twin flame or a strong soulmate. So the sun is positive, the moon's either way. Neptune is positive. Mars, not so much, but Mars in some placements, yes. So like Mars and Jupiter, like I was showing you there, how there was a Mars trine Jupiter, that would work very well, because drive and ambition would also produce, wealth and good luck and happiness. So it kind of depends on how they're, where's Neptune positive in chart? It depends. Well, we're talking about the aspects. We're talking about the comparison, the synastry right now. It really depends on your chart, where it is and how it's aspected to other things, as to whether it's positive or negative for you, Melissa, in your birth chart. Venus would be a positive aspect for those of you that are taking notes on the draconic synastry. So Venus is usually positive. So let's see, Mars, Venus, Neptune, Jupiter is our planet of good luck and expansion, so that would be positive. Saturn is Saturn is known as the taskmaster. He's a hard lesson, right? So if you have a difficult aspect with Saturn, you might have a difficult life lesson with that person. Does that make sense? How do you feel about having multiple twins? It's not possible to have multiple twins. Yeah, it's not possible to have multiple twins. You only have one twin. One twin. Two souls, or two bodies, one soul. That's it. One twin. And not everybody will have a twin, so just be aware of that. You've been working hard on doing that with your soulmate, Isabella? Awesome. He said you're amazing. Oh, awesome. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, Dragon, I'm not sure where you might have read that there's multiple twin flames, but there absolutely is not. Not all twins will unite in this lifetime either. Unfortunately, the majority of them actually don't. But what percentage of people do you think have twins? Well, there's a couple different theories on that, Christopher. One of the biggest theories that I see people jumping on regarding the twins all seems to relate, and I don't want to get into religious topics, but it all seems to relate because I used to be a Christian author, and so I know my Bible really well. And so they all seem to be basing their twin numbers on the 144,000 that are noted in the Bible, right? In the book of Revelation. And so there's some theories on that, as that it's 144,000. Now that's 144,000 288,000 twin flames, which means that's 288,000 people. Does that make sense? So the majority of the theories go back to that time frame. You hear that a lot too, Tess? Yeah, 144,000, exactly. You heard that the twin flame journey is so difficult and not everyone can handle it, so they run from it and they marry a soulmate instead. But I don't know. Yes, that's true, Melissa. It's absolutely entirely true. Oftentimes twin flames will go and marry a soulmate. Yes, totally. Very much so. We'll talk about twins. We'll talk about those in a minute. We'll talk about twins in a minute because I know you guys are all wanting more on the twins. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. That's Tara's plan. Yeah. So I've moved on too. I've moved on too, but my moving on, Melissa, is not because I'm running from the twin. It's because I've healed and I'm doing well. It's been 1.5 years. I spent 1 year of healing, another 6 months of making sure that I was ready to date, but dating a little before I decided to get serious about looking for the right person. So, so my choice and Tara's, I believe Tara and I are on the same page on that, and Tess, all three of us seem to be on the same page with that, is that if you do your own internal healing and you've healed yourself, you're at a point where you're ready to experience life in a very positive way. And life is too damn short, excuse my language, but life is too damn short to be sitting around waiting for somebody else to get their act together. So I would rather have happiness and joy and, strong, passionate sex life and great communication and all these wonderful things than to be sitting around in a bondage of waiting for somebody else to do something in my life, right? You got to take control of your own life. You have to take control of your own life. When we see like the devil card, right? When you see the devil card and they've got the chains around the necks of the man and the woman, to me that kind of seems to be like that when people put their life on hold because they're waiting on their twin, right? If we were to equate that to the twin flame journey, that would be where you put your life on hold because of your twin. Well, the beauty of that devil card is you can take that big loop off of your neck and live your life with happiness and peace and joy. So that's the way I see it. Yeah. Exactly. You do it yourself. Exactly. The devil's not holding you there. And that's the most interesting part about the devil card when you look at it from the sense of the tarot, right? So, there's a lot of readers out there who can memorize, what a card means, right? What sort of attributes it has, right? Memorizing, like at school, you memorize, right? There's a lot of people that can do that. But the way I read is intuitive. So if I see something on the card, I want to know what that something on the card means from a feelings perspective, from an intuitive perspective, more than just what the card means. Does that make sense? And so in that devil card, it's got a great big old loop that they can just lift off of their hand and they can walk on about their life and not remain in this stuck state, right? But a lot of people choose to remain stuck. They remain stuck and glued in a life that is miserable. So you've led to someone who might be a twin flame for you. Okay, got you. Well, the time will be right when the two of you are supposed to meet then. I wouldn't worry too much about it because Spirit doesn't let the two of you not meet You've got to be ready for the journey. It's possible that you're not ready yet for it, because that journey requires twins have to look really, really deep within themselves. And when they look at their life, they have to make adjustments. Yeah, I had a lot of trauma I had to get rid of, and the connection to the twin helped me to process that inner junk and get rid of it. So it's not an issue anymore, right? And so it's like I had to transform me, the way I saw life, the way I saw people, the way I saw men, the way I saw relationships, in order for me to be at a place now where, you know, I can give to a person, and I can, you know, love in a very deep way. Does that make sense? You have to be ready for the inner healing and all the difficulty that comes from that, because it can be rough. I mean, that was 2.5 years for me of kind of like first year being triggered, seeing the things that I needed to fix about myself that I didn't like about me, right? And then another year of healing and fixing it. And then another 6 months of saying, okay, well, you know, I think I'm ready to date now, but let me make sure. I kind of dated a little bit. And then, and now, you know, then discovering that, yes, I was ready to date. I was ready to move on. I was ready to let somebody into my heart and into my life. And I'm ready to let somebody into my heart and into my life in a way where I can give my all to a connection, and I can also give somebody their freedom at the same time that hopefully I pick the right person that can also give me mine. So interdependence rather than codependence, rather than dependence. You know, it's an entirely different ballgame when you're on the other side of the healing. When you're on the beginning side of the healing and all you can see is the hurt and the pain and the trauma, it's hard to internalize it and say, okay, this is what I need to work on, because you tend to be focused on other people's actions, which brings us back around to past life karma. Which brings us back around to past life karma. Because the twin is specifically triggering that past life karma to help you work through it, deal with it, and become a more enlightened being. So it's super, super, super important. Yes, interdependence. Interdependence. Sitting in your pain so you could process it. And that's okay to do. That's perfectly okay to do. Like I chose to do that whole year, trying to heal and overcome that stuff, you know? I don't think, I think the twin, because they're bringing up karmic things that need to be dealt with, right? You don't always see what has to be dealt with until you're sitting in that pain of it. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I had this thing that needed to be healed and dealt with. It may have been from a past life. It may not have even been from this lifetime. And so I find that to be very interesting. Oh, the 0219 represents that in your name. Oh, cool. Cool. Once you get on the other part of healing and you feel a sense of balance, then it's okay to move on. Oh my gosh, Claudia, you did not just say that. That birthday. You found out 2 weeks ago. That's the same date as my twin's birthday. That's so funny. That's so hilarious. In case you're wondering, it's diet ginger ale. Cranberry. I love cranberry ginger ale. I love cranberry ginger ale. So, soulmates. Soulmates. Now let's move on to that. Soulmates are wonderful. I'm of the belief that if you are a twin flame and you have done your healing and you have done your work and you're not going to be one of those twins that's going to be reuniting in this lifetime, then you are going to be brought the person that's right for you. I really believe that. I believe that in a way that's hard to explain. And I really believe that because of karma, right? The laws of karma. If you have done all this healing work on yourself, the universe is not going to allow it to go unrewarded. And so sometimes you're rewarded in ways that are far greater and far better than you ever could imagine is possible. And so I'm a firm believer in that. So soulmates, like I said, soulmates, you'll see, like that chart we were looking at, have a lot of really positive aspects. And oftentimes they have this very mature way of working together. They do have some small hiccups that they have to go through as they learn how to work with each other. But a soulmate that's romantic and that's not meant as a life lesson can bring a lot of joy and bring a lot of abundance and bring a lot of happiness into your life. Yeah, exactly. Happy life, dragon. Exactly. Exactly. I agree. Happiness is key. Totally, totally agree. Now, you know, that's not saying, y'all, that you should just run out and pick the first person that you're like the most happy with. So let me just note that. Make sure you're very clear with the universe about what you are looking for. I am the type of person that's insanely selective, and so it takes me a while to find somebody that I feel is that I'm willing to invest my time in. Does that make sense? So just don't go running after the first person that makes you like super, super happy. Make sure that they do meet all of those beautiful criteria. Does that make sense? I think, who is it that has the 150 list thing? Crazy, no, don't say that. Don't say what? Claudia, don't say what? 150 list. Oh yeah. I think it's Leslie. I think Leslie has the 150 line list of what she's looking for in a person, you know? Yeah, it was Leslie. I was impressed. I mean, that was pretty impressive that she took the time to write that all down. Sorry, I just went to a happy place. I'm so sorry. You know your worth. You will not settle for less than you deserve. Good for you. That's excellent. Good. Yeah, I'm going astral again. It's all, yeah. Yeah, I think it's that person, Tess. That's hilarious, Tess. All right, so where were we? We need to bring Kimmy back down to earth for a moment. I was thinking about a cub. All right, the cub. Oh, thank you very much, my little knight. Yeah, that's cool. Tess, that's funny. I should tell him you said that. That's hilarious. I gotta screenshot that. That's hilarious. Hold on. He asked me what I told y'all, because I told him I was on the girls' night thing with y'all. He asked me what I told y'all. I told him I showed y'all his picture. Yeah, and now Kimmy's blushing. Going back to a happy place. All right, bring me back down to earth, y'all. Back down to earth. I hope he's not watching right now. That would that would be too embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'll have to tell you later what he told me to tell y'all, which is what I did tell y'all, but in a different way. So somebody asked the difference between does he have a brother? Well, I'll check on that. He's hot, I swear. Oh my gosh. Oh, cool down the room. I gotta go turn the AC on. Oh, all right. So where were we? If y'all saw the picture, y'all would be right there with me. This guy's hot. He's gorgeous, but he's not just gorgeous on the outside. He's gorgeous on the inside too, which that makes a difference. Gorgeous on the outside and inside. So you're with me. Yeah, see y'all, all of y'all that saw his picture, total agreement. Oh, and he's 6'9", so he's like the perfect height. He's giving me a new appreciation for cancers. He's just, he's dreamy. You didn't see his picture. Well, I'm not showing it on YouTube. Well, I'll show you later, Keisha. Trust the other ladies. Trust the other ladies. He's definitely hot. So, back to twin flames and soulmates. Both can have very strong sexual chemistry. Since we're talking about hot people, we'll mention that. Both soulmates and twin flames can have super strong sexual chemistry, so don't let that confuse you regarding who's a twin and who's a soulmate. Twin flames are your mirror. All right. Oh my God. I can feel him. If he's watching, if I'm feeling him because he's watching, I am so embarrassed. Yeah. That's Claudia's fault. Oh my gosh. I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. And I can still feel him. I bet he's watching. That's horrible. You're a Pisces married to a Cancer. Oh, so they get along great, right? This is the first Cancer I've ever gotten along with. Tess, for you and your new hottie, 1111. Thank you, Tess. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's not technically my hottie yet, though. Oh. Okay. Oh my. I cannot believe this. But y'all got me. Hold on. We need to cool Kimmy down. Oh. The funnier thing would be is if he were to text right now and his text tone would come up on the phone, then it would be like, I'd probably turn an instant shade of red. Wow. Oh my. Oh. Dry the eyes from laughing so hard. You never know what's going to happen in a live stream. Tess, thank you very much for the super chat, honey. I really appreciate it. Oh my. Yes, I am glowing. The man makes me glow. He's amazing. And he's the right age. Y'all know I'm a cougar. He's in that perfect Perfect age range for me. Oh, my shoulders are red too? Holy smokes. Look at what y'all did. Oh, John, were those from you? I was wondering if they were from you. I absolutely love them. Thank you so very much, John. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I love them. I cannot believe my shoulders are red too. Look at that. Look at what y'all did to me. My goodness. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Y'all stop. He's magically delicious. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. He told me to tell y'all that he was the sexy cub I had always wanted. Oh, Claudia, you can have fun with a comment on that one. Phew. So this is what a soulmate type of energy can do to you. Oh my. All right. Whew. I'll have fun telling him about this one. If he's already here, maybe he'll tell me about it. Okay. Y'all are learning about my life in chat. If you're not in chat, you're missing out. You are so missing out. Oh my god. I'm going to have to turn chat off or else I'm not going to be able to talk. Oh, I'm getting red again. Look. I'm getting red again. I've never had anybody embarrass me like that. Holy smokes. I have never turned red like that. Holy moly. Oh, okay. So we'll discuss that. So I had a very, very, very specific I had a very specific set of things I was looking for in a dude, right? One of them was they needed to be over 6'4". Like they had to be over 6'4", or at least 6'4" or above, right? So that was definitely one thing. They had to be very driven in life. Read the same sort of books. He reads the same sort of books. Listen to the same sort of music. Have similar interests. Had to be a good communicator. Absolutely, positively had to be a good communicator. Obviously, sexual chemistry had to be off the charts. Let's see, what else? I mean, those are just some of the things. And they had to be between the ages of 35 and 40. Because that's my sweet spot. 35 to 40. And preferably at a distance, because I work so much and didn't want to feel super, super guilty about that. But also preferably in a place that I'd consider moving someday if something ever went well. So I had a list of things I was looking for. Hey, Sandra. How did we meet? Okay, so now this becomes Kimmy's life hour. Bumble, actually, in a very weird way. I felt very spiritually led to go on Bumble, and it turned out he happened to be either in the area or searching in the area at the same time, which was pretty wild. You need to make a profile? Hey, Kay, what are you saying? Oh my God. So when you're looking at the difference between soulmates and twin flames, right? The twin flame is your mirror of your soul. And so you'll have all the same interests, you'll have all the same likes, you'll be almost like the same person. But it's almost like you're so hard to please. It's, well, you should see, I have like I have 1,700 notifications of people I didn't talk to. So you have similar interests, you have similar life directions, right? But it's almost like you're looking at your shadow self. And the same will be true for your twin. They'll kind of feel that way about you, you know, that they're looking at their shadow self, because you're reflecting yourself in them, right? There's a reflection of yourself in them. And so so twins, you're kind of, it's like you're looking at you. And when you and your twin are in proximity, the energy is explosive. Now, when I say in proximity, you could be a block away and you could feel the presence of your twin flame a block away, because the energy signature is the same between two twins. They share the same thoughts, they share the same desires in life, the same goals in life. They share the same energetic blueprint. Now, soulmate is different. Soulmate is complementary to your energetic blueprint, right? It's a complementary fit, as Claudia was saying. It's a complementary fit with a soulmate, right? So you're not a reflection of each other, but you appreciate that. You appreciate the differences, right? And it's the differences within soulmates that kind of like attract you together, if that makes any sense. But there's also a lot of similarities, a lot of things that are very much the same between you and a soulmate as well. Yeah, magnetic. Magnetic for both the twin and magnetic for the soulmate. So there can be some leakage. You know, sometimes people that are in a soulmate connection presume they're in a twin flame connection because everything's great from the beginning. That's not the way twins are. Twins are explosive from the beginning. Twins are constantly in, out, explosive, 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 fire, problems, right? In order to trigger those things that need to be healed. Whereas a soulmate is just kind of like go with the flow, easy peasy. Does that make sense? Now, karmic is a little bit different. You know, all of them are karmic connections, but the karmic connections that we were speaking of earlier, right? The ones where you have to learn a life lesson and then just kind of move on, they present as a soulmate from the very beginning. They present as a soulmate from the very beginning, but then they go toxic as hell. And when they go toxic as hell, everything breaks loose and they disappear from your life. You never see them again. Because you've learned your lesson, you're done, they're done, off, gone. See. Telepathy with the twin flame, Melissa's asking about. Okay, we can talk about telepathy. Telepathy is amazing. So you can have telepathy with anyone, but you can only have telepathy if somebody has an affinity for you. So they don't necessarily have to be madly in love with you, right? They could just like you. But they have to have an affinity for you. And if you have an affinity for them and they have an affinity for you, then you can feel their telepathy. You can feel their telepathy. Now, telepathy with a twin flame is interesting. Because we're gonna. Is there anybody under the age of 18 in here? I hope not, because we're about ready to get adult here in just a moment. We're about to get adult. Is there anybody under the age of 18? If so, you need to leave. Ugh, my coffee's cold. Ugh. Yuck, yuck. So telepathy is when your mind energetically is connecting to another, right? Yeah, we're about to get adult. Yeah, Tank is gone, so we're good. My son's not here. I can talk adult. So telepathy is amazing. You can communicate on a mind level, right? Like those that are finely attuned to receivers, like I am, may be able to know what somebody's doing, know what they're thinking, know what they're feeling from the split second after feeling the telepathic communication. Sometimes with a twin, you might be able to hear their voice. You might be able to You might be able to also like see their presence, see where they are, that sort of thing. Add some whiskey to the coffee. That was a great idea. I should have done that. Then we would have had an even more interesting, interesting live. Can you believe this is Kimmy with no alcohol? Imagine what I'm like drinking. So, thank you, Lou. So, telepathy is that, you know, mind-to-mind connection. And sometimes people will feel it received as an emotion. So a lot of times twins report, and this goes not just with twins. So twins that are biological twins, twins that are twin flames, a mother and a child, and soulmates can all feel that sense of deep emotions from their person, right? And so you may feel like if you're sitting there one day and all of a sudden you get sad as hell and you're like, where is this coming from? I'm doing great. I'm not understanding this. It's very likely if you are a twin, the first potential person it could be is your twin. It could also be somebody else you know. So if that ever happens to you, try to pause and rest in what you're feeling and think of who's the first person that comes to your mind. Who's the first person? And that's very likely the person's energy that you're feeling, right? So, so whoever that first person is that comes into your mind, that's very likely the person that you're feeling. The same is true, like when you get telepathic messages from a twin, sometimes it comes on a little delay, right? So sometimes you might be sitting around and suddenly think, oh, you know, what's the name of a restaurant? Like a chain, Olive Garden. We'll use Olive Garden. Okay, right? So you're sitting at home and all of a sudden you're like, I gotta go to Olive Garden, but not the Olive Garden on Main Street. I need to go to the Olive Garden on 4th Street, even though 4th Street is a further distance than the one on Main, because you're feeling like, oh, I have to go to that Olive Garden. Like I absolutely have to be there. There's no question in my mind I have to be there. And then you go there and you're like, why was I here? Like, I don't understand. What was the purpose of me being here? But then you notice that your twin posted that they were at Olive Garden the day before, or your soulmate posted that they were at Olive Garden the day before. And all of a sudden, boom, it makes perfect sense. It's telepathy. It's telepathy. You feel that pull, you feel that draw, right? Hi, Jen. Jen, you missed all the good stuff. You missed all the good stuff. We were talking about the dude. Just scroll back. You'll have a good old time watching it. Scroll back a little bit. You'll see, because I will be entirely red everywhere, and you'll know that that's the right place. One time your uncle brought walnuts from a farm. Yeah. It's interesting. 30 minutes back, is that how long ago it was? So it's interesting with telepathy. Oh, you thought he went to a pecan farm. Oh, wow. Cool. So, oh, y'all are putting me in a happy place again. Okay, so telepathy. Telepathy is so interesting. It's so fascinating. Like, you literally can feel the presence of your person, right? You could go to a place and feel that whomever it is that you have the connection with, you can feel when their presence is there or has been there, if you're sensitive. And so a lot of that comes from that telepathic connection. Well, one of the ways you can develop a stronger telepathic connection is to explore your connection with your person on a 5D level, right? Hello, Tom. you can explore your telepathy on another level, right? On another plane. And when you're exploring that telepathy on the other plane and you're connecting with this person on a 5D level, then on the, in the 3D level, you can sometimes pick up on their energy from a distance. And that's all has to do with, like, when we're looking at twins, that's quantum entanglement. It's the same energetic blueprint, the same soul, but in two locations. It's physics. It's quantum entanglement. Telepathy could be sending an emotion to a person, a feeling. Telepathy can also be sending a thought to a person, right? It's kind of like you're telling somebody, oh, I just want you to know, have a good day. But you're sending out the energy of, I hope this person has a good day. It could be something as simple as that. Or let's say, you want to say, I love you, or, I hope you're doing well, or whatever the case may be. They can feel it internally. Does that make sense? To do telepathy, it's very, very simple. It's a super simple process. For me, all I have to do is close my eyes, visualize my person, and send it. And it doesn't matter, who I'm trying to connect with. But for other people, I would recommend kind of getting into a zone until you're really connected. Does that make sense? So by getting into the zone, what I mean is, like, stick on some binaural beats, some really great binaural beats. You can find a whole bunch. Find one for harmonizing relationships would be good, right? So you put on some binaural beats, you close your eyes, you go into a meditative state. And in that meditative state, you imagine the white pillar of light coming down that we use from our meditations here, right? You imagine that white pillar of light coming down. And the very first meditation I did with everybody. So if you go back to search on my channel for guided meditations, go back to the very first one I did, where I brought everybody into this meadow to talk to their person. That would be a super easy way for you to send a telepathic message to your individual. There's also, you can also just simply, for those of you that are super sensitive, which I know we have a lot of you on the channel, you can very simply just focus on their picture, focus on an emotion, like feeling an emotion, right? Make sure it's an emotion of love, because love energy, even if you're not in love with the person. So let me just note that. You don't have to be in love with the person, but you need to feel the energy of love, right? When you feel the energy of love, you can send that to your person by simply feeling that energy, thinking about what you would want to say, and looking at their picture. And then you send your message that way. So that's another way to do telepathy. Those of you that are sensitive to energy on objects, I'll use this one as an example. So, like, this was handmade by someone. So if I wanted to communicate with this person, right? So and this is not from a romantic interest, just to know. If I wanted to communicate with this person, like, I'd put my hands around it and I'd focus on the energy that I'm feeling off of the item, because that's their energy that was on the item, right? And when you focus on that energy, once again, you well up the feeling and then you send your message. So that's a way to do it using objects as well. Why can you read tarot for others but not for you? Because you're too much in your mind. If you can't read tarot for yourself, you're too much in your mind. You're energetically trying to direct the cards. So just read for other people until that clears. So we have one other way to do telepathy, and I cannot remember the YouTuber who talks about it. But it's a way where, you imagine your person like sitting on like the ocean, right? At the ocean, watching the waves. and you walk up to your person. You don't disturb them in a meditative state. You do not disturb them. Oh, Claudia. Oh my gosh. You're going to put me in my happy place again. Oh. I'm not going to be able to sleep. I'm going to be thinking about this cancer all night long. Stop, Claudia. So you imagine your person sitting watching the waves, and you walk up to them and you just, tell them very lightly in their ear what it is that you want to say, and you walk away. And you have to feel the emotion again, though. It's all about tying the emotion to the message, and that telepathically transmits. Apparently, we're going to be working on that sacral chakra for you, Claudia. I'm going to have to make sure I do a lot of Reiki before we do the group Reiki session on the 20th. So anybody interested in the group Reiki, I charge very little compared to regular Reiki for the group Reiki, and it's up on the website. You usually ask tarot cards for spiritual guidance. Yep. I always do readings for myself before I come and do readings for y'all. That way none of my energy gets mixed up in your cards. Now, I mean, some of my energy may get naturally mixed up in it, in the sense if all Pisces are dealing with the same things, or all people with like Libra rising are dealing with the same thing, or something like that, or everybody with the Scorpio moon, some of my energy may come through there, but that's because everybody's dealing with it. So that's how I do tarot. I do mine first, then I do y'all's. Thank you very much, Claudia, for recommending the group Reiki. I appreciate it. You're a newbie with tarot reading. Well, I am this month. I can't get back to my files on that Alienware. The Alienware is dead. It is what it is. So I'm redoing the class this month. So hopefully that will be up soon. I don't know when. If I say when, it'll end up getting tanked more than likely. So I'm just not going to say when. But I'm working on the tarot class. And one of the things that I am going to be adding for sure is like a separate thing is timing and zodiac signs. Because I think a lot of people get very confused about timing, especially. And so we want to go over timing and zodiac cards and things of that nature, so that everybody will be able to learn about that. You try not to do love, but it still comes out for you. See, I have no choice. Everybody I'm picking up on, when they're here, they're coming up here. The majority's coming up for love. So the people who are wanting career, it's not going to leak through in these. So I just switched to straight love, and then moved career over to the VIP group. That way it's a smaller group of the energy that I'm pulling off of. And, it's not all 31,000 of you, because the majority is pulling in love energy. And so that's why I went straight love. So you just spilled your water bottle on yourself. That was Fred saying, Claudia, you're distracting Kimmy. You're distracting Kimmy by bringing up. So Fred was like, Claudia, knock. It landed on your sacral chakra. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. That is hilarious. By the way, ladies, I really appreciate your support. Like, I really do, with regards to my choices. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I just wanted to note that. Those ladies that saw those pictures and heard the things I said, I really appreciate your support. Thanks. Gina, we do VIP Zooms with the VIP group, which we're going to be calling Empress Empire. That's what we're going to be calling it, the Empress Empire. Who came up with Empress Empire? Was that Jen? Who came up with that? It was like so awesome. And in the VIP group, I do Zooms, a couple times a month, and we do live streams a couple times a month for the VIPs, and then career, twin flame. Also, we do like messages from spirit. Sometimes I just started. I did one astrology video. I need to do more, and oh, what else do we do over there? Oh, every once in a while I give them free mini reads. So we do that as well. the VIP Zooms are so much fun because you get all of us in our natural state, right? So it's like we're all just hanging out, a group of people having fun, talking about stuff. And we talk about a variety of things. But what happened the other night is that sexy text tone came across, and somebody said, "Ooh, whose text tone is that?" And that's how that discussion opened up. Who said Empress Empire? Somebody said Empress Empire. Was it Christy? You sent me pics? Okay, cool. So we just talk about random stuff over in the VIP Zoom. It's a lot of fun. We have fun. And you can bring your beverage. So, if you wanted to bring a beverage or anything like that, you're welcome to. Um, It was like the lady under me in Hollywood Squares. Yes, yes, yes. That's the only way I could put it because everybody was in squares. I'm like, okay, whoever in the Hollywoods, so and so is in the Hollywood Squares down there. So I'm talking to you down this way. It was almost like Brady Bunch squares, Hollywood Squares. I think we only had 10 in there last night. I can't remember what our max has been in there, like 14, maybe 14, 15. We were glad you did, Deb. Oh, we were so glad. And that Aussie accent is so amazing. So amazing. I hope you had fun for the little bit of time you were in there. So I guess people are finding the... So just so you know, okay, so we have group Reiki. Just so you guys know, I only allow 10 people in the group Reiki. Because it allows me to pick up on psychic impressions while we're in there as well. So when I do group Reiki, just to let you guys know, when I do group Reiki, so I do the Reiki from a distance, right? But I also pick up on psychic things. So if I see something, I write it down. If I hear something, I write it down. If I perceive something, from Akashic records or something like that, I write it down. And so, so when the group is small, sometimes you get more than you get more than the Reiki, right? You get some additional information. Oh, it was you, Kim. Oh, okay, cool. Empress Empire. I love it. It sounds great. So sometimes you get like some psychic impressions as well, but I never know what's going to come through. The group Reiki takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I guess. Sometimes 2.5. It depends on how much work is needed for each person. Because it goes through as a group, but if one person needs extra in an area, I always send more too. So it's really great. It's really great. Some people have said that, they've gotten a real benefit out of it. So Where is Debbie? The other Debbie? So we have one Deb in. There's Deb does readings. She's busy. She's bought some candles and she's selling these candles on her. They're really, really cute too. She's selling candles for her channel. And I think that she's boxing them all up and everything tonight. So she's not going to be with us tonight. They were adorable little candles. They're like these scented soy candles with little crystals on top. It was cute. Does it help with physical ailments? Reiki can if your physical ailments are related to emotional trauma. Like sometimes lower back pain comes from stress and strain, right? So if they're related to any kind of energetic blockage or any kind of emotional trauma, absolutely it can help a physical ailment. Otherwise, it would be better to have Reiki in person for that. Does that make sense? Because it's primarily a healing of the emotions, the mental state, and the chakras primarily. But yes, it can help heal physical ailments as well. And we have one person who is currently in the hospital who Reiki is benefiting. I've done Reiki on a family member in the hospital that had died twice during their visit at the hospital. And when they were on a ventilator, I did Reiki for them at the hospital and they got well very quickly soon thereafter. So yes, it can help physical ailments, but for physical ailments, it would be best to be in person if possible. Exactly. It helps more if you do the work on finding out the root cause of the problem to heal it. Exactly, Claudia. Thank you. In a group Reiki session, you were rocking back and forth, and I asked who's rocking. Yeah, it's kind of weird when stuff like that happens, like when I see something or perceive something. Yes, I can do Reiki with you not there, Maria. It's a little bit better for you to be there, though, because then I can visualize your presence easier. But yes, I can. It's kind of neat when like when we're in like group meditation and then I perceive somebody to be doing something and I note it later. Like I remember one time when we went to the Akashic records after a group Reiki session, right? One of the people, I had her book and I'm like, why am I stamping her book? This makes no sense. Why am I stamping her book? And I'm like, I'm just going with it. I'm like, okay, all right, Spirit, I'm going to stamp her book. We're going to clear out some of that karma for her. And so I stamped her book. I put her book back, and then I got out mine. And after the session, I'm like, why was I stamping your book? And she's like, well, because my sister came and pulled me to her book. And so it was really neat, actually, to kind of like piece it together after the meditation or after an Akashic Records visit. It's really a lot of fun. Oh, she does it at a distance. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. You have to have surgery to it could. It's possible. Jen, send me an email about that. I could tell you about the other person in the hospital, but when I can't tell you who they are or what they're going through, but I can explain, the Reiki aspect of things there. But I mean, it really, it helped this person when I was in the hospital and I did Reiki. I've also done it at a distance for my aunt when she was in the hospital as well. So. You have arthritis in your spine, degenerative spine disease? Exactly. You have to be open to accepting the Reiki. Now, when you have the Reiki healing done, I always recommend those of you that drink alcohol, like I do, I always recommend you kind of take a little break from alcohol for a week or two after it, preferably 2, maybe 3. Would you agree to do Reiki to a person who doesn't know about it? No, never. They have to consent. Unless they're incapacitated. If they're incapacitated, that's different. But no, you never do Reiki for somebody that has not given you consent. It's unethical entirely. Same thing with shamanic work. I will not do shamanic work for somebody who's not consented. It's unethical. Yeah, after you've had Reiki, if you drink after you've had Reiki, it can, the alcohol can go to you very, very quickly. It may make you very sick. So you just have to just kind of, drink a little bit less because your limit will not be the same after you've had Reiki, just so you know. Oh, well, yeah, you couldn't do, I don't know. I don't know on that one. You'd have to trust your gut and your intuition on that one. Good thing you don't. You love Reiki. That's awesome. That's awesome. Did we cover everything I wanted to cover in past lives? I'd hate for us to let me look at the list. I'd hate for us to have missed something on that since we just started chatting about other things, which is typical in a live stream, so no big deal. But let me just make sure. All right. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm on the top screen. I like that. Thank you, YouTube. I don't know how you put me on the home screen like that, but thank you. All right. Let's see. Akashic records, we slightly talked about. Karmic astrology, we talked about. Twin flames, we talked about. Soulmates, we talked about. Past life karma, we talked about. Healing the present. Okay, we talked about everything. Good, good. Did anybody have any questions about the past life stuff so that I can make sure we've fully covered all of that while we were here? First time here. Oh, wonderful. Welcome. Very glad to have you here. Come back next Sunday. Or stay and watch the tarot readings, but they're all love related, just so you know. Reiki helped you? Yeah, I bet it did. Can we do a past life meditation? We can, not tonight. I don't have it in me to do one tonight. Is there a way to know if you've had more than one past life with someone? Well, that you can find out in 2 ways, Crazy Horse. You can go to the Akashic records and check the Akashic records. And you can also do an astrological comparison, right? So if you do your astrological comparison of the 2 charts, you can see, using A.T. Mann's reincarnation theory, you can drill it down to specific dates and see when you've had a past life together. Now, just to note, if you are a twin, Crazy Horse, you have always been with your twin from the beginning of time. It's just there's times that they will have been without you and times that you will have been together in a roundabout way. Because the energy is always the same. It's the same soul. Same soul. Well, that's kind of interesting, Tess, that it's a good thing that you're asking Jen those questions. Because like at the, hold on. Okay. Because at the shamanic workshop, when I was there with Amber and my cousin and I both experienced our eyes. You guys have seen on here, those of you that have been here with me for a long time, right? You have seen my eyes when spirit gives me a vision or a ping to stop, right? My eyes will go, they go kind of wacky, right? My eyes go wacky. And when we were at the shamanic workshop, my eyes were going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth while I was journeying. It hurts. It like physically hurts doing a journey because my eyes go back and forth the entire way. And so I mentioned it to the presenters, right? And they're like, oh yeah, nobody's ever had that happen. And then my cousin's like, I had the same thing going on. And as it turns out, that back and forth thing is something that Celtic shamans used to do. And so John, if you're in here, Celtic tarot is like got even bigger meaning for me. It's something that Celtic shamans used to do, is their eyes would go back and forth and back and forth. And so it seems to be something in our lineage, mine and my cousins. Since you have joined the group, you have become more of a typical perky, bubbly Sag. Yay! 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 That means healing is occurring. That's so awesome. I'm so excited about that, Mary Lou. Yay, yay. Let's see. Is it possible to have known someone for many lifetimes and always incarnate together in the same time era? I know sometimes the two souls don't meet and sometimes they do. Definitely twin flame. Well, with twin flames, like I was saying, that is the case, but also there are times when you're one soul. So there's times when you're experiencing the same lifetime, but you're actually not two separate entities. You're one entity. Does that make sense? Because you're one soul. You're not always two people. Some lifetimes you're one person. So you'll have the same past life memory. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Yes. Okay, good. You got it. Good. Yeah. So you'll notice if you look at your twins chart versus yours, you'll see the times when you were together and the times that you're apart. There'll be nothing on your chart. And there'll be nothing on their chart when, you're together in your manifestation of, reincarnation is the word I was looking for. Is it possible to verify that you're twin flames? Yes, it is. Many ways it's possible to verify your twin flames. One is through, so a little bit further back, well, probably a lot further back. That might have been an hour and a half ago. We were talking about the draconic charts. You can verify twin flames in draconic charts. You can also verify it. You can verify it by just karmic astrology in general. So that's one way. Oftentimes it's revealed to you, like spirit reveals it to you. When you go through your awakening and they go through their awakening, it's revealed. But if you want to verify it, the best way that I find to verify that is through Akashic records and through Akashic records and the astrological charts, if that makes sense. Like the manifester, sometimes when I go to the Akashic records, my twin is up there. And, so my twin tends to bring me the book. And we look through the book together. And then his 5D self goes somewhere and then I go somewhere. And so there's ways to verify it, but also we did talk about twin flames, the manifester, and different aspects of it. bit confused about the Akashic records. So the Akashic records are on a plane like way up here. They're on a plane all by themselves. You can't see my hand way up there, but they're way up there. And so the Akashic records are kind of like a spiritual location. Well, what would be a really good analogy? The Akashic records, they hold the records of everything that's ever happened. It's holding a record of the fact that you're in here in this live stream right now. And it's showing the record of the fact that I'm talking to you about this right now in the book of your soul, right? And so everybody has a book, everybody has a place, everybody's soul does. The twin flames have a book of when you've had lifetimes alone, and they have one of when they've had lifetimes alone. And then it's been illuminated to me that there's a third book of the twin flame connection together. And so in the Akashic records, it's kind of like you're taking like this elevator way up into the sky to this gigantic library that extends as far as the eye can see. And inside that library is where all these records are kept, and it's called the Akashic records. Are all Gemini men crazy? Gemini man and you're a Scorpio. Gemini and Scorpio together like will drive each other crazy. They will drive each other cuckoo. All right, let's see. I love the Mount Everest and Library of Congress analogy, Mary Lou. That's fabulous. Kim, oh, okay, there you go. Thank you, Lou. You're talking to a Gemini now. Okay, well, Claudia, y'all are gonna make each other cray. You better check the rest of their chart to make sure the rest of their chart goes with yours. All right? Gemini and Scorpio. It's a little bit rough. Well, if the rest of their chart is great, they might be all right. Christy, you stay away from gems also. Oh, is Tudor Rose still in? Is Gina still in? Gina was asking about what signs are good with what. Oh, he's 6'5". Oh, is he hot too? Is he as hot as 6'9" Cancer dude? If so, then maybe have some fun. Moroccan, loves dogs, and plays music. Oh, plays music. Yeah, that'll get you. Well, okay, I get it. And he's your cub? Yeah. No, I get it. Don't worry about the Gemini statement. Ignore me on that. Cougar cub? Yeah, go for it, Claudia. Oh. Speaks 4 languages. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. That's awesome. Is that who was in your email, Christy? I haven't had time to respond to your email yet. Okay, cool. Y'all don't get mad at me. The 10th through the 12th they're gonna be released after midnight tonight. So they're a day late apparently. So y'all don't get mad at me. Love me anyway. Oh, we missed you, Lou. We all missed you. We were like, where's Lou? Where's Lou? Did you have to work or did you fall asleep? I wondered if you fell asleep. When's the next, do you mean when's the next Zoom? I was, the energy today was just really weird. Thankfully, that energy in the pit of my stomach is gone, but oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, I go to the 5D all the time, Dragon. Yeah, we do. When we do our meditations and we go to our astral sanctuary, that's 5D work, right? And so, you know, the Akashic records are higher than that. They're like way beyond 5D. But Dragon, I'm a shamanic practitioner, and I have all the clairs. I'm always doing meditation. Oh, we didn't talk about the adult topic. I just realized what we forgot to talk about as my nose is getting itchy. That was because Claudia got cooled off with her water spilling. So we didn't talk about the adult aspect of telepathy. Remember? Oh, 11:11's coming up. 6 minutes, so we'll have to be quiet when 11:11 hits. I know a lot about a lot of different topics, Dragon. Stay around the channel. You'll learn a lot of stuff. So we didn't talk about the adult aspect of manifestation, right? So, or not manifestation, telepathy. So, twins, soulmates, both of y'all. All right. I got a secret. I have a secret, and we're going to keep it in this room for anybody who logs in. If you want to be able to connect to somebody with telepathy, one of the best ways to do it is through telepathic masturbation. I told you, adult topic. Thinking about your person and being in the act of pleasuring yourself while you're really connected to your person sends that sexual energy to your person. And you can send them telepathic messages in that way. One of the first, you do it all the time. So if you're really wanting to connect to a twin flame or a soulmate, try that. I mean, it really works. It really works. You focus on what it is you want to tell them. You pleasure yourself while you're thinking about them, and you send the energy to them. It's really powerful. Very, very powerful. Now, you can't make anybody do anything against their will. Let me just note that. It cannot be used for manipulation. So telepathy cannot be used for manipulation. So for those of you that have read, it's used for mind control. That's bullshit. Just throw it in the trash. It cannot be used for anything like that. People do what's their free will to do. Okay, so if those of you, if anybody's thinking you're going to use that to manipulate a person, I don't know who might have had that thought, but whoever did, drop it, let it go. It's not for manipulation. It's just to send a message that you desire somebody, that you're thinking about somebody, etc. So it's very powerful. It does work. It does work. So early on, back in 2018, exactly, manipulation, it'll backfire. In 2018, I told my twin that's how I could telepathically feel him. And I could tell the difference from the telepathy as to whether he's using that method or whether, not to tell on him, but if he's using that method, I can tell. Or if he's like just sending regular old telepathy, I could tell the difference between the two. So y'all try that in your own time, not while you're logged on in live. We don't want you to be here. You go do your own thing. What do you think about singing for calling in someone? I've never done that, but song is very powerful. Music is very powerful. Because song and emotion, right? So singing, if you're a singer, singing and music, Christy, singing and music can bring about an emotion, right? It's the emotion that you're using to send telepathy. And so if you use the emotion to send telepathy, singing and music both can work very, very well. Very well. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Singing can do that, right? Like music is super, super powerful. Oh my goodness, music is so powerful, so powerful. Especially if it's music that evokes, you know, an emotion in you, right? So, so like music that can evoke sexual energy will send that energy, right? The music that evokes love energy, you can send love energy. That's why I avoid music that's like filled with hate and rage and things of that nature, because it can also send out that kind of energy into the world. So I tend to avoid music that's filled with kind of like a rage type vibe to it. Does that make sense? Feeling emotions when doing it, you didn't know it was a practice. Yeah, emotions. If you're doing witchy things, Melissa, because I was that way in the in the 90s. I did witchy things. Emotions are very powerful. Emotions, you have to put emotion into everything you're manifesting and whatnot. Mr. Florida. Exactly. Hello, Mr. Florida. Mr. Florida is what I was calling. Claudia, remember I was calling the Cancer Mr. Florida. Mr. Florida. Exactly. Noise is a vibration. It's really interesting, how music works, right? And how speaking works. Now, for those of you that are twin flames, just to note, once your twin has awoken, once your twin has awoken, then your twin will respond back. So you'll get a telepathic ping back when you're sending telepathic messages. Does that make sense? Oh, we missed 11:11. Everybody make a wish anyway. You should wish upon a star every day. So everybody make a wish anyway. We missed 11:11, but Claudia just typed it, so make your wish. Do it anyway. Be a child at heart. Make your wish. Do it, do it, do it. Wish time. Wishes. Oh, Fusion, don't get started. Yeah, those of you that came in late missed me all red. Claudia is focused on vegetables in her wish. Oh, yeah, I'm going to start blushing again. Yeah. I'm not going to get any sleep tonight. Y'all are like, I'm not going to get any rest. I mean, it's bad enough I wake up thinking about the dude. We don't need it right now. Is it possible to be speaking with your twin flame telepathically and you have not even met them yet? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We have a few twins that haven't met their twins yet, but they know. Yeah. But they know. See, look at my cheeks, they're getting bright red. and so are my shoulders. Check it out. All right. Y'all are having too much fun at my expense. But yes, people are able to communicate with their twins when they haven't met them yet. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is my neck's red now too. Yeah, see, like, he's hot. He's really hot, y'all. He is the sexiest cub ever, I swear. He's hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. I might have to get ice cubes in a minute if y'all keep it up. My. Oh. Y'all should see him in person. He's even hotter than his pictures, I swear. All right. So, new topic. Quick. So, before I turn beet red again. For the twin flame we haven't met, but we're connected to, do you think we will meet in this lifetime? There's a very good chance. If you're aware, if you are aware of, if you are aware of your twin flame, it's very possible that you may meet that twin in this lifetime. Yes. Mr. Florida, it's a 6'9" Cancer, a highly good-looking cub of mine. All right. I'm Queen Cougar. Hot counter over 350 degrees. I think we've hit 500. I'm trying to keep myself from turning beet red again. Y'all making me beet red. Man, I didn't realize I like turn red when I think about this dude. That's embarrassing. You should hear his voice. I bet his voice probably makes me that red. Oh. Another topic. Quick. Another topic. All right, I think I'm cool down now. At least until y'all start like posting eggplant emojis again. Yeah, well, y'all know I like younger guys, so. Oh my gosh, the voice. Oh man, this guy has the sexiest voice ever. Thank you, Lou. Thank you. What do I think about crystal jewelry for protection? Oh, girl, that's what I'm wearing. That's what I'm wearing, darling. Melissa, I'm not sure if I still post the link, but this guy's voice makes me dumb. It's like I can't even speak. It's so incredibly amazing. So this is a mala, Melissa, with black onyx beads on it. So here's the thing about this. My cousin's also an empath, right? And my cousin was picking up on somebody's energy so strongly at that shamanic workshop, she couldn't stop crying. So I gave her my grounding beads, which are these black onyx ones, right? Perfect. She was fine. She was great. She wasn't picking up on the lady's energy anymore. So I got myself a second pair. I wear them everywhere I go when I go out. I don't like going out without them because if I go out without them, I'll pick up on people's psychic stuff. And so I'll be getting messages for like people in the line at the grocery store, or messages for people here, there, everywhere. So I always wear the black onyx beads to keep me from picking up on other people's energy. And of course, you know, I've got tiger's eye, and then I've got amethyst over here. I've got carnelian because I have trouble with my root chakra. I'm very intense, so sometimes anger can well up. So I wear that carnelian and keep me a little bit balanced. And then I've got howlite. I believe that's jasper. Is that jasper? And the lava stones to put my diffusing oils in. I will put a link. I'm an affiliate with them. I can put my affiliate link up later. I can have it up tomorrow. You hear everybody everywhere you go. It's annoying. Yes, exactly. That's why I wear these. If I don't wear these, I pick up stuff. If I do wear them, I'm good. I only pick up a little, you know? But granted, part of it may also be that I'm consciously telling my mind I'm not going to pick up people's junk when I wear it. So part of it is that. I do have another mala that I specifically wear that I have used for mantras, and it is not over here. It's got sea jasper in it. Moldavite, I have not. I often work with labradorite though. Like my ring is labradorite. This one connects me to spirit in a way that's like almost otherworldly. Labradorite. I love labradorite. It's the one that elevates my vibration pretty strongly. You get headaches in crowded places. Yeah, it would probably help then if you wore something like that. That's a good idea. It's a good idea to wear the selenite in your bra. That's a really good idea. And the hematite. Now, I can't wear the hematite because it's magnetic, but... Oh, good, Mary Lou. That's excellent. Excellent. Yeah, mine's a Buddhist mala also. Both this one and that one are. And I've got two others also. What's wrong with magnetic? I have a pacemaker. Magnet means Kimmy goes bye-bye. Magnet makes Kimmy go, heart go, whoop. Yeah, we don't need me passing out. Yep. I know. I know, we don't need that. Yeah, you got to keep magnets away from them. Electronics, all that sort of stuff. I specifically have, so this sounds really crazy, but I also have to take into consideration like cell towers, you know? And so where I'm at here, I'm at the line between two cell towers. And because I'm at the line between two cell towers, I can walk from one end of the room to the other and lose connection and have to reconnect. But from the standpoint of health, it's really good for me because there's not as much EMF, which is wonderful. You wish there was marijuana crystals you could wear. Yeah, no worries. You guys can actually probably see my big old scar when I'm online. So I have a gigantic scar. It's right there. Weed is legal in Canada? I need to move to Canada. I'll go back to Toronto. Actually, no, I won't. Did you know that weed can mess with your testosterone levels? It can mess with your testosterone levels, which can cause people increased anxiety and all kinds of health problems. Oh, thank you, Amber. I appreciate that. Yeah, exactly. Christy, my biological, so I'm on biological hormones, which is why I look so much younger than I am. um, my biological hormone doctor had told me about that it can drop your testosterone levels. Yeah. So I didn't know that, and as a result of that, now like from a dating standpoint, if a guy puts like 420 friendly, I'm like left swipe. We need you to have some high testosterone. Do I have more informational videos about spirituality? Sometimes, sometimes they come out in like the chats, but I've removed a lot of the chats though because they have a lot of personal information. Like this one, I'm not sure if I should leave this one up. We'll see. We'll see how the cub feels about that. He might be okay with it. He might not. I don't know. But hopefully we'll have more though, Melissa, as we go forward. I want to do that with the 9 p.m.s on Sundays. Because, you know, as much tarot as I'm doing now, my hands get really tired, and it would be better for both me and also for you to be able to, you know, talk about a variety of spiritual topics. I was thinking about talking on the different clairs next, but like take one clair each time. So we'll see where spirit leads, where Fred, you know, guides me. For those of you that are named Fred is my spirit guide, one of my spirit guides. I have thousands, unfortunately. The problem with it staying private, Lou, though, is it has the past life. It has the past life info in it, and that's where the problem is. So I don't know if I can cut out. I don't know if I can splice a live stream. Yeah, I figured, you know, with the clairs, we could talk about the different clairs and how you can develop them and how you can how they present in different people, that sort of thing. And we can kind of dig deep into each of the clairs. That's what I was thinking. Because I wanted to do those in videos, you know, actual videos. That was why I got the green screen originally, was so that I could do those. But I haven't had a chance to. Yes, you can. You can. I'll see tomorrow whether I need to move it to private or not. Nami, spilled your water. Steve, I had a past life thing the other week and met your higher self. Oh, good, good, good. It was a shape. That's okay. It kept moving like a blob. It was purple. Yep. Purple. You often see the purple lights. You often see the purple lights when you're on another plane. Does that make sense? Oh, that was the hematite stone trauma. Stay away from hematite. Don't put hematite anywhere near your pacemaker or your heart. Okay? No hematite around the neck. So Steve, it often you'll see the purple lights sometimes when you're meditating. Yeah, just don't wear hematite. You'll be all right. You see the purple lights when you're meditating. Sometimes it'll look like a tunnel. Sometimes it'll look like a form, right? Yes, exactly. And so seeing that purple light is really, really, really positive for you. You're welcome. The purple light is actually indicating, very likely, you're probably clairvoyant. You probably are very, very connected to the third eye. And so seeing those purple lights is really fantastic. Oftentimes, if you see a purple light form like you're talking about, I have a spirit guide that shows up in purple light form. And she's kind of like it almost looks like a dress with arms and a head, but you can't see any features. You only see this purple light form. You have many Cancer placements, so you're pretty intuitive. Awesome. Awesome. That's fabulous. You're very likely very clairvoyant, because I always will see the purple. I always see the purple, and then I'll get the images of things. And so it's like when those images, when that purple is going, I know I'm about to see something really awesome. And so you just kind of like let the purple do its, do its thing. Oh, welcome to VIP Manifester. Welcome, welcome. Awesome. Love and light to you. Cool, cool. Fabulous. You're welcome, Steve. You're welcome. And that's awesome that you've met your 5D self. Have you created an astral sanctuary yet? Welcome, welcome to VIP Manifester. That's awesome. What do I think about hallucinogens taking you to the spirit world? Well, it can. I don't need them for that, but it can, yes. You have a field that you meet at when you meditate. Okay, cool. Well, you can create, Steve, when you meditate. So we've been doing group meditations a lot on the weekends, right? And back when I was way young, back when I was 19, hello, Capricorn in the Philippines. Back when I was 19, I created an astral sanctuary. I did a guided meditation to do so. And I've been going there ever since I was 19. And that's the place that I go where when I want to bring somebody in with me to talk to them or to clear something out, I bring them there. Or, if I want to see somebody I haven't seen in a long time, I'll bring them to the astral sanctuary, or I'll bring my spirit guides there. And so when you're at that field, you can take like a ball of energy and create a scenery that you like, right? And when you create your astral sanctuary, I mean, you could keep it as just the field, or you could add a little tiny house, a garden house or a cabin or something like that. You could add water features. You can draw trees. You can make your trees other colors if you want. You could do anything you want with that ball of energy. Just take an energy ball and create, your place. And that's your place for nobody else to go to unless you invite them in. You usually create a platform. The platform is the portal entry place for your people. So like, like a little stage, like a wooden stage for when you're a kid, you create one and you can bring people in and out. It's really amazing. Everybody in here has visited my astral sanctuary, and many of them will tell you details that I did not tell them, which was really cool. It was really cool. I brought them all through my astral sanctuary to get to the cosmos. So you originally met your twin in meditation. Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. A lot of people have done that. Claudia's met her twin in meditation. If you go back to, if you search on my channel, right? You search on my channel, I think it was in September. If you search on my channel for Astral Sanctuary, literally those words, you will find the video that says create, guided meditation to create your astral sanctuary. And of course you'll have to scroll forward until you get past all of the chat and all that to the meditation, and you'll see my eyes are closed in that point. You'll know that's where it starts. And then you can create your astral sanctuary there. But just be forewarned that when you go to my astral sanctuary in that meditation, the place looks a lot different now. So don't be surprised if it's different. Yeah, just search on Empress Moon Tarot Astral Sanctuary. I'm pretty sure that's what I called it. Let me double check. You might be able to find it on YouTube. Just search on YouTube, Empress Moon Tarot Astral Sanctuary. All right, let's see. But you can search in the videos when you click on videos on the channel, so. Yep, there it is. There it is, right. That one right there. Meet your spirit guides and create an astral sanctuary. Let's see if I can, where you can read how to spell astral sanctuary. So that's the one where I walk you through. I have my purple hair on that in that one, my purple wig. And literally all you have to do is search on Empress Moon Tarot Astral Sanctuary. Well, the twin knocked. No, the twin will not knock down my Astral Sanctuary house because of the cub. No. Well, my twin's technically a cub too, but no. I had a big long talk with my the 5D version of my twin flame, like before I had a big talk with the astral version of my twin flame, and basically told the astral version of my twin flame that I was going to be dating. And so I'm like, I'm going to be dating. I'm going to be looking for someone. You know, I need somebody who's encouraging and can be, you know, a good person in my life. And actually, I was given a song from my twin that said, in the song it said, this is, said, if you find love, then, what was the wording? If you find love, then feel it, and this is not a time to be alone, something like that. So, no, my two little cubs, oh, that's so cute. Yeah, no. My 5D version of my twin's not going to knock down my Astral Sanctuary house. The 5D version knows full well that, you know, y'all don't make me red. I don't know if you knew, Claudia, like, it was very, very weird. I'll tell you more later. I'll tell you later. Show up early on the 20th. We'll talk. Hopefully that pit in my stomach isn't like, you know, cub, like deciding not to be a cub no more. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I need to go stand under the waterfall, exactly, in my astral sanctuary, exactly. I know, y'all. He's just so hot, though. It's. Yeah, let's not talk about it no more. All right. See, the shoulders are going red. Oh, I swear, y'all. Oh. So Astral Sanctuary is really awesome. You're with your twin now, and when you did a past life, your higher self took you to 3 different lifetimes. Each time she was there. Cool. Slightly different, exactly. She's driving you nuts. Yes, that happens. She will drive you crazy. She will totally drive you crazy. My twin drove me insane. But you come out of it. You come out of it a better person, so... Maui has cubs everywhere, Claudia. Maybe I need... if this cub doesn't work out, maybe I should be looking in Maui. Just when I put the subtitles in, he's just so hot. Okay, yeah, I'll have to remember that. Oh. After awakening, is it possible to develop marks like birthmarks? Oh, Christy, are you logged in? Let me see. Is Christy still logged in? Both Christy and I would take pause to that. Okay, so you got an inverted triangle in your third eye area. Oh wow, I don't know, I've never seen that before. I don't have anything after awakening. Um, now, Mr. Florida. If you saw the picture, you'd be knowing why I was fanning. Oh, she's probably taking care of one of her kids. Yeah. Water element. That's true. That's very true. It could be an indication of the elements. I never thought about birthmarks either. I haven't had any marks show up after awakening to my twin flame. You're still talking with the Gemini you just met? Well, no wonder your mind's there, Claudia. Does anybody else have any questions about the past life stuff or the astral sanctuary stuff? You're both fanning. You have more earth than fire. I don't know. I'd kind of look into that, see what that is. Because, I mean, if it looks like a triangle, I'd be curious. See if you can find anything on the internet about that. I do not. But that's something, one of the things I'm going to be working on after the, tarot classes is the meditations that could be downloaded. Mr. Florida, it wasn't an embarrassment, it was rude. It was rude, it was snarky. Normally, Mr. Florida, we would have blocked you already. So just to note that comment would have gotten you an immediate block. But I chose to just remove it. So. Huh. That's interesting, Melissa. Yeah, we've been on here for 2 hours and how many minutes? 43 minutes? We're going on 3 hours? Phew, that's a long live stream. Yeah, almost 3. That's crazy. I still have to release all those videos from earlier. You can go into a state of, so our meditations, I have not done any of the ones here on YouTube, but that's just because I go to the Akashic records and whatnot. So I'm not too sure about that. I'll see if I can take a little look-see on that. As far as meditation, it takes different people to get into the zone of meditation than others. Usually it happens within the first 6 minutes, though, from what my understanding is. Within the first 6 minutes, you should be able to get into a state of meditation. If you can't get into a state of deep meditation in 6 minutes, then there may be too much going on in the mind, and there might be a need to take a little bit longer within the meditation time frame. Oh, wow. That's interesting, Steve. Huh. Good night, Lou. Yeah, tomorrow night we have mini reads tomorrow night. Oh my, that'll be a long one too. I'm gonna have to sit on the couch for that one because I'm gonna need to be comfortable. All right, Tank just said the videos are uploading now. Thank you, Tank. So you tell the guy that he's being disrespectful and a jerk because he said that I needed to get laid, and he keeps it up. What an idiot. What an idiot. I just deleted him. What an idiot. I swear. Yeah, I did. I just blocked him. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I was almost to the point of blocking him before he made his second comment because he was making me really, really uncomfortable. So, yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. I like the cup, which is why I'm turning red. And I'm embarrassed that we're talking about it here. So, yeah, it's okay. Tank, we just had to block an idiot. Thank you I just saw your text come up saying videos are uploading. Thank you so much, Tank. I appreciate it. You did nothing wrong, Claudia. We were having fun. Hi, Super Rockin'. Tank, close your ears. Well, we're past that now. We're past that now. I don't think I'm going to turn red anymore. Hopefully not. I'll just keep fanning just in case. Mini reads they'll be up here. They'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully I didn't put on Zoom. They'll be here. They'll be here. They'll be here. So starting at 7, I think. Starting at 7. All right. So I think on the note of Mr. Florida being like a snarky pain in the rump, I think we're gonna end on that. The mini reads will be up here on YouTube, and That will be 7 p.m. Yeah, he was obnoxious. Don't shoot. Oh, Tank's just joking. Tank's an Army veteran. It's, you know, it's the Army veteran joke. He was a vibe killer. We were having fun. Well, except for when I got red, I wasn't having fun. But other than that, yeah, we were having fun. Yeah, total vibe killer. I swear. Everybody, I hope you have a beautiful evening. I hope you have a beautiful evening. And now, so for let's see, it's 10 till 12. The can you still get a mini read? Yeah, we're doing them tomorrow for sure. For any of the ladies, are you still night owls? Are you still going to be at my normal ladies groups, the VIP? Oh, I'm glad you had fun, Lena. I'm glad you had fun. You're on the West Coast. Okay, so you're nighttime. I know I didn't ask you that, Claudia. I asked you and the VIP ladies, Claudia. I know you're not a VIP. Because I can send you a link in email, Claudia. You're very welcome, Steve. Please come back. 9 p.m. next Sunday, we'll do something else. And then otherwise, you can find any of the meditations, you know, that I've done before in the past. But we'll start doing some more informative live streams on Sunday nights. So, as you see, Steve, anything can happen in a live. So, so just be prepared for anything. But happy to have you here. Twins are my specialty. So. You're very welcome, Dragon. Have a good night. You came to terms with your guy's roommates. Will he be his wife in his next life? That's hard to say what he'll be in the next life. So who's staying up that wants to move to Zoom from my ladies? No worries, Connie. Go to sleep. This is my work, so I get up late. You're welcome, the manifester, and welcome to VIP. Very happy to have you here. Thank you so much. Keep an eye out for our Zoom meetings. We're moving to Zoom. We're moving to Zoom. Me and my ladies. But for the next VIP Zoom, there'll be one uploaded. Claudia and Jen, are you the ones that are staying up? It's ladies' time. Okay. Lucy, do I have your email? Do I have your email? Thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah, you're on wine. After Mr. Florida, I think I'm going to have to crack me open some regular alcohol. So, beverage time for me. Good deal. We'll see you then, Steve. We'll see you then. Good deal. I'm glad you'll be back. I'll see you next Sunday. So Claudia, Lucy, Jen, I'll send you an email here in a second. All right. Let me take a quick potty break and grab my beverage, and then I'll see you, ladies. All right, everyone. Love and light to you. Thank you for being with me tonight. Big hug from Kimmy. Kiss, kiss. Mwah! And I'll see you later. Bye. Bye.